YouTube? We're at the garden at the cottage, and I'm really excited to come to you guys today to show you guys what's been growing on. And I am so happy I finally got to come up here. I've usually come up once a week or so, and it's been about 5 days, so I've been itching to come up here, and I could not have chosen a better day because last time I came up it was raining and I was working in the rain to get stuff done, and it's just enough wind to keep it nice and kind of moderately warm up here, and the sun is nice and hot, so with that wind it's just, oh, it's perfect. So I'll show you guys what's been growing on, and I'll show you guys kind of what I'm going to be doing today as well to keep up the garden. So stay tuned. Alright, this is going to be a long video because as I'm wanting to show you everything, I have to keep telling myself that I can't keep showing you guys everything because it'll be 20 minutes long, but then again, I really don't care, so it'll be as long as I want it to be because it's really exciting. Now this is by far the healthiest tomato I've ever grown. As you can see here, it's got some tomatoes, and it is 100% a bush. This is it's a celebrity, and as you can see there, the stem is extremely thick. It's a great plant. It's nice and bushy, just how you like them. And as you can see, there's plenty others that are putting on some fruit there. A lot of these are staying really nice and bushy for me. Like this one, I mean, this one too is just making that beautiful bush where it forks right there. It just stays really low to the ground. Doesn't take a lot of twine to keep it held up. Here's another celebrity. Starting to get into the taller, more kind of leggy ones. Not really totally sure what this variety is. I should have pulled the tags up, but you know, yeah, I thought I could find a tag somewhere. But as you can see, these ones are putting on some flowers as well. Everything's fruiting, so they're all doing really wonderful. Then these are, again, a variety that I brought up but somehow lost the tag in the dirt. I'll find it sometime, but they're beautiful. They're staying really nice and bushy, as you can see, but they're also putting on some flowers, and they're just gorgeous, gorgeous plants. I mean, these are rather tiny, but they are extremely, extremely bushy. And I did have a tiny bit of a blight come through here, so I went through and picked out some of the leaves and stuff, but I'll be cleaning up the tomatoes. This is a big Zac that I moved up here just to see how it would do, and it's just loaded with flowers, as you can see there. I mean, it's also staying really nice and compact, which is nice. All along here are the peppers. They're doing pretty good. You know, I mean, then there's some eggplants here. There's some more peppers over there I'll get to, but this variety right here is the Ananas Noir, and these are fruiting like crazy. And so we are gonna have a ton of fruit pretty soon. I'm really excited for this. This has been an adventure and a half, but as you can see here, I mean, everything is putting on fruit. These plants are so healthy. I mean, like, obviously, if I make a shadow here, you can see how green these plants are. I mean, the sunlight kind of takes away some of the color there, but as you can see, just got tons of fruit in there. It's gonna be exciting to start harvesting some of this stuff. And all these are Ananas Noir. Just look at the flowers on these. Just tons of them. Just absolute tons of flowers. And then there's fruit there, and it's just, oh my goodness, this is gonna be a trip and a half. I'm gonna love this. But I'm gonna run another cable along, or another strand of wire along here. And I mean, like, these are the McDonald's Delights, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, these are the McDonald's Delights. So these are my variety, and as you can see here, I mean, they are in full production already, and the flowers, they're an indeterminate, or they're a determinate, sorry. So they're gonna only get a certain height, but the flower production on these things is just out of this world. And I have about a half a row of those. Then over here, I have the big rainbow. And these big rainbows are certainly getting big. Also, I thought I'd give you a quick tip. If your leaves are folding up like this, there's not a problem. It's simply just shock from heat or lack of water. Now, I only water here every once in a while because of the fact that you know, I don't typically come up here but every 4 or 5 days. So I thought I'd, you know, show you guys something so you guys can at least take something home from this video. And the fact that, you know, if your leaves are curling up like this, don't worry about it. You know, it's not a bad thing at all. They're just kind of stressed out, and as soon as they get some water and temperatures cool down a little bit, the leaves will uncurl, sorry, and they'll be great. But I mean, look at these tomatoes. That's gonna be a beautiful tomato just because of the fact it's got its like classic heirloom bumps to it and everything, and they're just, oh, these, I'm speechless. I'm really speechless because I would have never imagined this to be so amazing. I mean, like, these tomatoes are dense in here. I've never seen so many tomatoes on I mean, it's beyond my wildest dream. And then now we're getting into the black seamans, and as you can see, the black seamans are also extremely dense foliage, just extremely healthy plants. And I mean, they're also fruiting. They're putting on tons of fruit as well. Got tons of flowers, and I believe I have a half a row of those. And then, what is this variety? Right here, this variety is Moneymaker, and they're putting on some tomatoes. Just gorgeous little sets of tomatoes there. And these varieties, I believe, are a determinate as well. But I mean, as you can see, they're going to be #1 producer probably. I'm banking on these ones because these ones are just producing so many little trusses of tomatoes. And they were the first ones to put on some tomatoes. But I mean, as you can see here, look at this. Look at that. I don't know anywhere where you get that many tomatoes on one stem. That's gonna be a nice one. I'm excited about that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, and all these are big tomatoes too. All these will get at least 1 pound, so this should be very exciting. Then here is the test crop of great white. I know you can barely see them because of the sunlight there, but I'm waiting for them to get taller so I can weave them through. This one's gotten tall enough, but these are going to be a huge 1 to 3 pound white tomato, and they're theoretically kind of cream colored. But then these are the Virginia Sweets, as you can see right there, and they're just dense in here, all flowering, all looking really great. I mean, like, that is just that's a mat of foliage. I can't even find where the stem is because I think it's fallen over a little bit, but it's just dense and healthy. Oh, I'm excited. I'm sorry guys, I've probably said that 1,000 times, but I'm speechless. I just could never have imagined this. This is the Japanese black trifle. As you can see, they're also putting on some fruit. These are going to be, you know, a fairly early tomato considering the black variety. They're generally, you know, 60 to 80 days, but As you can see, I got some blight there. Some of these aren't the most disease resistant plants, so I'm picking off the ones that have blight, and then I'm going to spray some organic fungicide on here, because every once in a while they'll lay down like that, you know, and they'll get out of the truss, and it takes some time to weave them through. But when I'm not here, obviously they do their own thing, and they'll fall over and get some funguses and stuff on them, and blights. And every once in a while you just got to come through here. Like see, this one's obviously got some issues going on, so we'll just take him out and keep pruning them back and keep pruning them up, and everything's gonna be okay. So these are the white eggplants that I was talking to you about. Sorry it's so bright. But then you're getting just some peppers here. These are all like a green bell pepper. And some jalapenos there, green bell pepper. And I have them staggered so that they're spaced out, as you can see there. So they're getting adequate spacing, but they seem like they're a lot closer than they are. They're about 1.5 feet apart, some almost 2. So, you know, they're gonna be okay. These are called a sweet heat. They stay really low to the ground, but they start out sweet and then they get pretty hot. So they're a really good all-around pepper. I'm interested to try them out. See, as you can see here, they're made by Burpee. I'm not totally sure if they're heirloom or not. I got the plants for free from work because they were going to throw them out, and I just grabbed them. And so you know, I thought I'd try them out. I'm not really too concerned about the peppers being heirloom, because I already have a ton of heirloom peppers at the house that I'll be saving seeds from for the 2013 seed giveaway. So these are just for production and for fun. You know, so I know they're not GMO because it obviously said no GMO, as you saw by the sign. These are an heirloom pepper here, but I probably won't save seeds just because they're so close to each other. It's just a sweet bell pepper. And those are all going to be really nice. Then over here I have their striped eggplant, striped beauty. As you can see, I got about 7 or 8 of those. And then here along this row, as I said, I was going to have pole beans and cucumbers. And so the cucumbers here that I planted have not come up yet very well. I'm not sure why, but as you can see, they are doing great, the ones that have sprouted. So I will have some cucumbers. I'm not sure if they're maybe a little bit slower sprouting or whatever, but not to worry, because I do have several that have come up. You know, they're coming up, but I might have to plant some more in some spaces that haven't done so well. But the beans at this marker right here, the beans are just a nice pole bean, and as you can see, they are doing excellent. They've only been in the ground for about 5 days, and they've already sprouted up. Well, maybe more, about like 7 probably. And they are doing just excellent, especially with not having a lot of rain at all or anything. So they're doing their thing, and they're doing great. So they're hopefully gonna get tall pretty soon so they can start climbing on this fence. And that is actually all I have for you guys today. I thought I'd show you guys. I might show you guys what it looks like when the lines are up and all the tomatoes are kind of watered and kept clean. And I actually just remembered I had something else to show you, so stay tuned and I'll show you that really quick. Alright, and as you can see here, hopefully you can see that over that shrub there, but I'll walk as I go. I actually mowed this out. This is part of our field, but this is where we're going to have our gourds and our pumpkins and watermelon. As you can see here, this is a Waltham butternut squash. Got lots of nice squash coming up. I did just hills of 3. Some plants didn't survive. Some plants got eaten by slugs, but like I always say, you can't have them all, so as long as they get their snack in and then leave it alone, I'm fine by that. And see, as you can see here, I do need to water, but I'm surprised they hold their water this well. And this is a cantaloupe. Back there was a cantaloupe too that I just showed you guys. There's a couple cantaloupe. Not doing too hot. They need some water for sure, but I just thought I'd show you guys before I water. There's some more cantaloupe there. Again, you know, you lose one here, you lose one there, but as long as I keep a couple on a hill, it's fine. And this is a zucchini and some more zucchini. I have them in these hills to keep the moisture in them, but I might take the hills down because some slugs will live in the grass, and this one's doing really great. This one's actually pretty healthy, but the slugs will hide in the grass and then they'll feed on the leaves. See, as you can see there, that bubbliness, and then you get leaves that are gone, and what can you do? So these are zucchini. Just got a lot of them. I'm growing for some production this year too. Up here, this is for kind of production. And as you can see here, this is what the slugs will do. They'll just have a nice heyday on your plants there. And this is a dark green zucchini, so I lost two there, but I still have a third one. I think I have about 7 planted. They're dark green. Over here, this is a black diamond watermelon. These ones haven't been touched that much. These are looking really good. You know, I was very pleased at how well these things transplanted out. You know, they're doing great. They're gonna be a wonderful, nice watermelon. And then over here, I think, yeah, these are still the black diamond watermelon. Got 2 in that one, 3 in that one. They're just doing really, really good. They're very healthy plants. I just gave these the same little fertilizer mixture that I gave my tomatoes. And then these are a old-fashioned, and I believe the ones that I just showed you were crimson sweet. Oh no, these are crimson sweet, okay. Yeah, only one survived out of there, but that's okay. I have a couple crimson sweets. Those 3 were crimson sweets. Then the 2 over there are the black diamond, and these are the old-fashioned. And obviously I have 3 in there as well. Then over here I have a bush butternut squash, and these are beautiful little plants. They're producing like crazy, but some of them, like this one, obviously never got fertilized, so they're gonna shrivel up. So what I do is I just pull them off because it's just gonna steal energy from the plant, and so I just give them a pitch because they're never really going to do anything if they haven't been fertilized. And some obviously get eaten by slugs. That's typical, but they'll do fine after a while once they get big enough and more mature. But yeah, as you can see there, some slug damage and stuff. But overall, I'm very happy with the plants. This one's more of a vining one. I don't know why, but they are a bush butternut squash, so you know, everything's doing great. So now that is the official garden of 2012 up here, and hopefully you guys enjoyed. Hopefully you guys learned something, and as always, remember to grow big or go home. See you later, guys. Bye. And this is what we take for granted. I feel pretty bad taking this for granted, but today it looks gorgeous. Despite the rocks and the low water level, I couldn't be disappointed at that view right there. Especially when that's what you wake up to every morning. It's just beautiful.